Ladies and gentlemen, MBs, welcome back to another reaction. Today we are listening to Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. What is there to say about Sabrina Carpenter? Full disclaimer, I am not unknown to, or I'm not totally blind to Sabrina Carpenter. You know, obviously, Espresso was like the biggest song at one point, so kind of hard for me not to have heard that. Same with like Please Please Please, but and even there's a couple songs that look like that are liked here, but I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've heard Don't Smile. I've heard Good Graces. I don't think I've heard Taste. I know Juno was like the TikTok snippet thing of her performing live. I don't think I know maybe anything more than just like the TikTok version. So this is going to be kind of an odd one where I have some history with this album and this music, but like, again, it's kind of hard to miss. It's kind of hard to miss some of these songs, but some of these album cuts definitely haven't heard. And at the very least, I haven't heard, especially like Espresso, like in like under a microscope, like reacting and kind of focusing on it. So just want to kind of get that out of the way. I know I kind of just jumped right into that, but just kind of want to give a full disclaimer here. So it's not totally blind, but mostly. So as per usual, we read the genius, not for the lyrics, but just to get a little bit of a background. So if I miss something lyrical content-wise, unfortunately kind of is what it is. Let me know what I kind of missed in the comments below if I missed something really pertinent, but we're really vibes-based listening, but not just vibes, but I feel like focus a lot on production on first listen, so that's going to be my attention, and also just kind of Sabrina's vocal performance as well. That's usually my kind of main focus, so if I hear something, I'll point it out. Otherwise, bada bing, bada boom. All right, genius background real quick. Short and Sweet is Sabrina Carpenter's 6th album, which is kind of crazy. It's my understanding that she was a Disney kid. Missed the boat. Don't know any of this. Seems that Short and Sweet is 9 years after her first album, Eyes Wide Open. So maybe some of these other albums I can react to at some point. Let me know what's good, what's not. I don't know. Following the success of its lead single, Espresso, the title and release date were announced on June 3rd, 2024 through her social media. Second single, Please Please Please, was released on June 6th and quickly gained popularity, becoming Sabrina Carpenter's first #1 track on the Billboard Hot 100. Interesting. So Espresso wasn't her first #1. Please 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 was. So the album went on to win Best Pop. Repeat that. The album went on to win Best Pop Vocal Album at the 2025 Grammys. Okay, interesting. I did not know that, and it looks like there is a deluxe version of this album as well. I know I've gotten a lot of flack for not doing the deluxe versions of any of the albums I react to. Maybe I'll cover them at some point, but I like listening to the undeluxed album. I know I'm missing some kind of content, but this is the way it was initially released. This is the way God and Sabrina Carpenter intended. So that's how we're taking this album. Anything else really to note? I was gonna read the genres, but it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, it's a pop album, right? Genres are pop, contemporary R&B, dance pop, synth pop, country pop. Not really too big of a surprise. I might do a little bit more investigation into some of these producers. I'm familiar with some of the names, but not totally. Like Ian Kirkpatrick, I think he did stuff with Dua Lipa, maybe. Obviously Jack Antonoff, but John Ryan and Julian Bonetta, I'm not familiar with. So I know I haven't done a Dua Lipa album reaction. Maybe something I can do in the future, but I'm just a little bit familiar with the name. And as much as I'm reacting to the artists performing, like Sabrina, it's kind of fun to dig into the producers and a little bit more of a background on that sort of stuff as well. So I feel like I normally covered the album artworks on a lot of these reactions. I don't know what to say about this album artwork other than it's kind of already like a modern iconic album cover. It's very simple. It's just Sabrina, but like really just like the contrast of like the red with like the blue, and there's like a good like logo graphic design standard of like if you can see like tell what it is by like just like a silhouette or just like abstracted version of it, like probably like a good piece of, you know, logo, media, whatever, advertising. And this was it. Like this is perfection. So definitely feels like a photo of like if you get drafted into World War II and like you have like one of those like wallet photos, and this would be like your wife. That's the vibe I'm getting from this album artwork. Okay, a boy yapping. Let's just get into the damn reaction. Last thing to note, as per usual, these reactions are posted unedited early on Patreon. So if you want to check that out, if you're able to support, please feel free to do so. And of course, there's additional content on there as well. So feel free to give it a run over and do that if you can. And of course, we do these reactions live on Twitch, typically every Monday. Otherwise, you know, we'll make an announcement saying otherwise. But all links will be in the description below. So check it out if you want. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. That's more than enough. So, all right, let's get into track 1, Taste. Sabrina Carpenter, almost 1.4 bajillion streams. I don't think I know this song as far as I'm aware, but getting into track 1, Taste.
Oh, I leave quite an impression.
I might know this one. Yeah, I know the song. Okay. I feel like I'm going to be doing this a whole lot in this reaction of being like, oh, I do know the song. Wow. Okay, doing my music brain focus here. I love how quick this song is going. Like this has all the makings of a smash hit. Like we start right into the verse. I'm not sure if it's a pre-chorus or the end of the verse, but quick cut right into the chorus, like 25 seconds. We're already into the first chorus. But another thing I love is right after that first chorus, do like a bar of instrumental already into a verse. Like typically you'd expect like another like 4 to 8 bars of like instrumental. They're wasting no one's time. So really, like if you're gonna make a smash hit and get to the chorus that quick, that has such a good chorus, you want to get there as fast as possible again. And I can appreciate that they're doing that. So, a little bit of a halftime thing. Oh, that dry vocal right in the middle. And then for it to get super wide for this chorus. Okay. Okay, now they give us 2 bars there. Into this bridge. The chant? I can laugh in the background. Okay, first off, vocals, but 2, I know it's not really, this is not like the first time this comment's been made. I love the candidness of her vocal expression, not just in this song, but just kind of in general. I feel like one thing that really helps seal the deal for relatability with Sabrina Carpenter is the way she, I don't know, like you can hear every bit of like emotion and character in the way that she's singing. Like you can hear like a smile in the song. You can hear, you know, I'm assuming a frown later on. Like she's a very emotive singer. And I really appreciate the nuance there. Like I'm gonna run that whole bridge section back. Like they could have easily like taken her like original take from the first chorus and just like repeated that for these other choruses, but like it makes like every recording here or every pass of these verses and choruses seem like they're different takes, which just adds so much organicness and just kind of life to some of these songs. Yeah, banger. I didn't think I knew this one, but obviously I do. I mean, come on, like it's got 1.4 bajillion streams. Like there's probably a good chance I've heard it. So, which takes us into track 2, Please, 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 which again, obviously I have heard. I want to check out the credits real quick on this first track. This had John Ryan, Julian Bonetta, Aaron Sterling. Oh, and Ian Kirkpatrick. Okay, interesting. I want to check out John Ryan and Julian Bonetta real quick here. I want to take a quick sidebar. Okay. Ooh, a lot of One Direction. Fifth Harmony, 2 artists that I have not done any reactions and don't really have a whole lot of background in. So if you want to see that, let me know what their best albums are. Maybe I'll consider that for the future. Jessie Ware, okay. Niall, Maroon 5. Okay, so they're definitely not, they're not new. Worked with Cat's Eye, Olivia Dean. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so they know bangers, John Ryan. Now what about Julian Bonetta? Julian looks like worked on Emails I Can't Send, but none of their prior work. So this is a new budding relationship. Curious to see if that carries on into their Sabrina's newest album. A lot of One Direction as well. Emails I Can't Send, okay. Okay, so these two, John Ryan and Julian Bonetta, seem to be pretty closely linked together. So good to know that they have a relationship of making bangers, but also good to know that they've seemingly been including Sabrina as well into this. So just curious, just wanted to know. Again, it's my understanding that there's other collaborators, including track 2, which has Jack Antonoff, which I am already previously aware of, but seems to be that they have prime focus on this album. So enough yap. Let's get into track 2. Please, please, please. Whoa. Haven't heard this song underneath the microscope. They really just dropped right into this. Instrumental intro, but already locking in the groove. This is essentially the chorus backing. Ooh. I like that acoustic guitar texture coming.
And it's ironic that only I feel that way. I promise them that you're different, and everyone makes mistakes.
I'm curious how they're gonna amp up that chorus section instrumental once it gets back to it.
I heard that you're an actor, so act like a stand-up guy. Whatever devil's inside you, don't let him out tonight. I tell them it's just
I love these panning guitars with her vocal right in the center. We're really still quiet here.
Baby, please,
oh wow.
Please, don't prove I'm right.
Oh. Okay. I was anticipating the double clap. That's crazy. That's like, again, pop perfection, kind of anticipating the double clap there with just the tempo and whatnot. That's hilarious. That's crazy. I also love that little like bell little effect here too.
Baby, please,
just a nice little bit of variation. I don't know, it like does something where like it anticipates the double clap with that single hit prior. I don't know, there's some weird psychology in there. My ego's another. Embarrass me, motherfucker. Obviously we know the part. Again, queen of vocal inflection right there.
I have a fun idea, babe. Maybe just
whoa, just like a little like key change thing going on here. Okay, a little bit of chord action. Okay, hang on. Again, I've heard this song, but not quite to this level of attention. Let's back this up here real quick. I'm really listening to this bass tone. Really trying to hear how they amp it up for this chorus here. It almost sounds like it's a live bass stacked with like a analog synth bass. Okay. Oh, yeah.
But the ceiling fan is so nice, and we could live so happily if no one knows that you're with me. I'm just kidding, but really.
Wow, and we drop right back into this chorus progression. Interesting. Backing vocals. Oh. That's a good line. Prolifically. That's a crazy word to bust out for like a post-chorus bridge there. Great resolution, great synth work. Yeah, Jack Antonoff. I know people dog on Jack Antonoff, but he did his thing on this song. Also Sabrina. Sometimes they say Jack Antonoff or the producer did their thing on a track, and people are like, oh, so you hate Sabrina. Listen, that's like what's the Twitter like waffles pancakes thing? Me when I say I like pancakes and then someone goes, oh, so you hate waffles. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Listen, let me get to the point. Let me get to the point real quick here. I think Jack did his thing on this production. I think he snapped. I think he perfectly complemented Sabrina's vocal, kind of doing like a little bit of a throwback thing with all these analog and acoustic instruments, but also, again, feeling very, very modern at the same time. Again, obviously, Sabrina did her thing. Her harmonies, banger. Songwriting, banger, super candid. Already mentioned that kind of with her inflection, but I think they had a really great relationship here. I'm curious though. I say that I think this song was fantastic. Is this the extent of their relationship musically? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out as we get to some of these other tracks, but as far as I'm aware, that was the only one I knew beforehand that had Jack Antonoff. So, okay, we're kind of maybe getting into unfamiliar territory. Again, I know I had 2 tracks selected, but I think those were just like included in day lists from Spotify, which are already generated. I don't know if I'm familiar with Good Graces, but let's get into it. Maybe we'll know, maybe we won't. So. Is this even a blind reaction at this point? I'm sorry. I might be kind of scamming y'all if you're thinking that this is gonna be a blind reaction.
I love you. Sweet, like an angel, drawing hearts, running names and dreaming of writing vows, rocking cradles. Don't mistake my nights for naive. I don't waste a second. I know lots of guys. You do something suspect, as cute as bye-bye. Like, ooh, baby, you say
obviously modern drum machine elements.
So let me give you some advice. Boy, it's not that complicated. You should stay in my good graces. So let's switch it up like that, so fast, cause no one's more amazing at turning love into hate.
Ooh, listen to that chord. Nerd moment.
So let's switch it up like that.
Listen to these chords here.
Cause no one's more amazing
Great turnaround.
at turning love into hatred. Boy, it's
Oh,
not
nice.
that complicated. You should stay in my good graces. So let's switch it up like that, so fast, no one's more amazing at turning love into hatred.
Oh, and then that synth matches her vocal melody there. I love this one. This one's fire. I think this chorus is incredible. I love when she says, because no one's more amazing. I love like the inflection on her voice. She's got like an interesting tone there that's super unique. I'm running this back.
So fast, cause no one's more amazing at turning love
Something about the way she words that is like candy.
complicated. You should stay in my good graces. So let's switch it up like that, so fast, no one's more
I'm curious if this was in like a movie or
turning love into
ad or something, because I'm curious why I would have known this.
fuck about you. I won't give a fuck about you. I'll tell the world you finish your chores prematurely.
Wow.
Break my heart and I swear I'm moving on.
Again, loving this blend of like live instrumentation with this guitar, and then going to like this synth thing. Sorry, I'm just sounding like the music. Wow. Okay, who? John and Julian cooked on this one. I'm curious what this sample is. They played this at the beginning. Nice. She's singing the melody with what she's saying right now. Okay, I know shouldn't be looking at the streams, whatever. Only 400 million? Only 400 million? Obviously that's a gargantuan number, but like I would have thought that would have had like way more. I feel like I've definitely heard this one before. So I feel like that would have meant that maybe more people would have heard this as well. But I think this deserves more. That was great. I would have figured that this would have been a single. Like it has, I don't know, for an album cut, I think that was pretty damn fantastic. And honestly, I might even argue that I may even like it a little bit more than Taste and Please Please Please. I know it's kind of hard to even make that argument because these are just like perfect pop songs, but like that was just fun. I don't know, that was just another fun one. All right, now I'm quite certain Surely this will be the first track that I'm unfamiliar with totally. Track 4, Sharpest Tool in the Shed. Oh, Jack Antonoff. Okay, so we do have more than one Jack song. Good to know. Let's get into track 4, Sharpest Tool. Let's see, will we keep up this trend here?
I know.
I love the tone we're already setting right from the jump.
The sharpest tool in the shed.
Ooh.
We had
Great chord movement.
I met your best friends. Then a bird flies by and you forget.
Great lyrics. Great synth.
I don't hear a word till your guilt creeps in on a Tuesday. Send a soft hey, as if you really don't recall the time we were going right, then you took a left me with a lot of shit to second guess. Guess I'll wait another year. I'm wondering if that was casual, then I'm an idiot. I'm looking for an answer in between the lines, lying to yourself.
Whoa, what was that in the background? Okay, hang on.
That was casual, then I'm an idiot. I'm looking for an answer in between the lines, lying to yourself.
Whoa,
If
what a
you think
unique
we're
sound.
fine, you're
Great chord.
confused and I'm upset, but we never talk about it.
Whoa!
We never talk about it.
I was not expecting this up-tempo
We never
drum beat
talk
here.
about it.
Okay, honestly, I love that decision. I was totally ready for this to be more of like a slower ballad type track, which honestly, if we have 3 kind of faster moving track songs for pacing of an album, you know, it kind of makes sense to kind of slow things down. And we certainly still did slow things down in the first minute of this track. And I think this kind of was good to kind of let the listener kind of chill out a little bit. But I like that this is still kind of that ballad track, but still keeps the momentum of the album going with kind of this drum break here. Obviously, you know, we'll see what they end up doing with it. But again, I love that choice. I would have been totally down for a total slowdown, and I'm expecting we'll maybe get that a little bit later in the album. But for us being still in the first third of this album, I'm glad that they're keeping the momentum here.
All the silence just makes it worse, really, 'cause it leaves you so top
I love the way her vocals are like, they're like pulsating. So it's that kick. Okay, didn't do it there, of course.
We never talk about how you found God at your ex's house. Always made sure that the phone was face down. Seems like overnight I'm just a bitch you hate now. We never.
Okay, this is a job for me in edit. I'm gonna run this back real quick. I feel like I've been so focusing on the production. Let me get a quick little read in on the lyrics here.
You were going right, then you took a left me with a lot of shit to second guess. Guess I'll wait another year. I'm wondering if that was casual, then I'm an idiot.
I love the contour of this melody here. It is like a total like up and down. Great motion here.
Looking for an answer in between the
In the melody
lines,
line.
lying to yourself if you think we're fine.
Oh, and then
You're confused
that little bite on the
and
chord
I'm
there for the second
upset,
pass.
but we never talk about it.
Oh, didn't even totally resolve like that, but
We never talk about it. We never talk about it.
panning guitars, nice. Did the Drake and Josh chord progression? Obviously, it's not only in Drake and Josh, but I can't help but think about it every time I hear it. Yeah, that was a chill one. I very, very album cut song. I'm gonna be so real. That was probably the most album cut one we've heard so far. But again, to quote Frank Ocean, the best song wasn't the single sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But album cuts certainly do have a little bit of a different sound sometimes, I feel like, than the singles. And this definitely felt like an album cut song. So I like that they kind of, I said fun instinctually. I feel like it was still kind of up tempo a little bit. What I'm trying to say here is I like that this song kind of feels like taking the bitter with the sweet a little bit. This song felt a little bit more sweeter, a little bit more up tempo, but really, if you kind of dove a little bit deeper into the lyrics, there's a little bit more to it about this kind of relationship with this guy previously, and I kind of like that. Kind of a little bit of kind of subtext in the songwriting that kind of only emphasizes what she's singing about, actually, of just in the instrumentation of kind of pushing things down a little bit here, I feel like emotionally. Also think interesting as well, again, maybe I'm yapping my ass off and totally kind of coping here. I'm just really curious to hear why they did that kind of like ducking vocal effect thing in the, what is it, second verse? That was a really interesting choice. All the silence is just your strategy, and like her vocal sounds like a little bit muffled here and kind of ducked. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's like these are like feelings either that she's experiencing or that this guy is experiencing, and not letting on to Sabrina by cutting her off. That is kind of being like presented here, like sonically through like these vocal effects. I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting choice that they ended up doing that. So curious if Jack has kind of a breakdown of this. That'd be certainly cool to kind of explain that. Just kind of an observation. Okay, let's get into track 5, Coincidence. Ches, John Ryan, Ian Kirkpatrick. Okay, usual suspects. Track 5, Coincidence. 1, 2, ooh. Whoa. Okay, this is...
The second I put my head on your chest, she knew she's got a real sixth sense. Then it comes up twice, and without it even being here, she's back in your life. Now she's in the
I think this bass is really interesting. It's very, it's like an 808 with like this acoustic strumming in her. Maybe it is a real bass, but it's just like really saturated or something. I don't know. Okay, I know I just yapped a little bit over that first verse. I'll run it back in post and learn it, but...
This week, you're holding space for her tongue in your mouth. Now she's sending you some pictures wearing less and less, trying to turn the past into the present tense. Sucking up to all of your mutual friends. And
That's a little synth effect. Okay, I gotta do a quick pause here. I feel like I haven't really said too much in the first like minute, and unfortunately, I gotta pause so that way YouTube doesn't kill me. I don't even know if I can say the K word, so that might be bleeped out. I kind of indifferent so far. I know we're only halfway through the song. Let's do a quick lyric skim through. Okay, so it's kind of like you're with someone else, or this guy's with someone else, but fortunately, this guy hasn't moved on. He's still thinking about this other girl, and Sabrina's kind of taking the fall here. Now she's sending you some pictures wearing less and less, trying to... Okay. I thought this was just kind of a guy that can't really move on, but now it seems like maybe we're getting a little bit of a cheating action here too. Wow, this just gets worse. The way you told me the truth, -7%. That's oddly specific. Okay, we're still cooking on the song. One thing I will say that I do like about this song, this is going to be kind of oxymoronic for me to say this, so to be like, oh, I'm not totally the biggest fan of this one so far, sound-wise, but I do like what they're doing here. I feel like if this is kind of being like a summer album, this song just kind of being with the guitar and just kind of Sabrina singing, really feels like you're at, like a campfire and, the sun's going down type song. Okay, what a coincidence. Nice, I got it.
What a surprise. Your phone just died. Your car drove itself.
Really colorful bridge chord sections here.
Looks nice, but who's by your side? Damn it, she looks kind of like the girl you outgrew. At least that's what you said.
Nice.
What a coincidence.
Not nice because of the circumstance, but I like the way that she...
Wow, you just broke up again.
The tone of that, okay. Okay, again, closing thoughts. I like the story being told here. I think the story is really, really great. I like the verses probably more than the chorus. Chorus kind of loses me a little bit. I like the idea of what a coincidence. I like that it's like her, like she already knew how this was going to end. You know, once this guy was kind of alluding to this, like she already knew what was happening. She knew that the guy was going to get broken up again. Not really a surprise. I like that. But I think the presentation of this song is just kind of a little bit of a shrug for me. Again, I like the idea that it feels like it's just her, you know, at the campfire singing tales of her life. But in terms of execution, production-wise, I think the production here faltered a little bit. I feel like it wasn't up to par with Sabrina's songwriting, personally. This is about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Is that true? I don't know if you're gapping, but interesting. I don't know really anything about their dynamic. I'm gonna be so real. I couldn't tell you either way. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling. Let's get into track 6 at the halfway point. Well, this is a fairly long reaction. All right, let's get rolling. Track 6, Bed Chem. It's another uptick in streams, so we'll see if we heard it or not. Whoa.
In a sheer dress the day that we met, we were both in a rush.
Whoa, this beat is incredible. Hang on, I gotta run this back. Ian Kirkpatrick, John Ryan, okay.
The day that we met, we were both in a rush. We talked for a sec. You friended me up so we could connect. And what are the odds? You sent me a text, and now the next thing I know, I'm like, manifest. That's your oversized. I digress. Got me scrolling like out of breath. Got me going like.
Okay, got it.
Out of breath. Got me going like. Who's the cute boy with the white jacket and the thick accent like? Maybe it's all in my head, but I bet we'd have really good bed. Who's the cute boy with the white jacket and the thick accent like?
Hey, what's going on, Sabrina? This is such a stupid bit. I gotta take this damn jacket off because it's too damn hot for this.
Maybe it's all in my head, but I bet we'd have really good bed.
Yes, the white jacket and gray sweater combo. Oh! I might know this chorus. That melody line seems familiar, but...
Are you free next week? I bet we'd have really good. Come right on me. I mean camaraderie. Said you're not in my time zone, but you wanna be.
Nice.
Where art thou? Why not upon of me? See it in my mind, let's fulfill the prophecy. Who's the cute guy with the wide blue eyes and the big bad night?
Hey, I got blue eyes. How about that? Bro, I'm not even white anymore. I'm turning red.
Are you free next week? I bet we'd have really good. And I bet we'd both arrive at the same time.
The reverse there?
And I bet the thermostat set at 6.
Whoa.
It's even better than in my head. Bet we'd have really good.
Okay, I'm just gonna let this song finish out. I know I just had my stupid little clip in the halfway here. I feel like I haven't really talked too much about the song, but I'm gonna be so honest, this one's just kind of just a banger. Nice. A little fade out and the song fades out. Really kind of going to this kind of throwback sound. Yeah, another banger. I don't know what I got to say about this one. This one really going a little bit crazier on kind of the horny lyrics a little bit more. I feel like we've certainly gotten quite a bit of that, but it's only fitting to kind of go a little bit further down that road with a song called Bed Chem. So yeah, this song, I feel like typically we get a little bit of taste of kind of that Sabrina flair in some of these other tracks, but this song was like just entirely that. So Yeah, another banger. I currently right now, I know we're at the halfway point. Let's do a little bit of a halftime pause here. Really, the only one I was kind of whatever on is Coincidence so far. So I'd say she's 5 out of 6, even like 5.5 out of 6. I'm not even that upset about Coincidence. So currently cooking, and then of course we got Espresso, which I think is really interesting album sequencing to do like the biggest song right in the middle of the album. Typically, I feel like pop albums either start the album with that or end it. So a little bit interesting placement from a pop standpoint. Now, who are the producers on this? Julian, Steph Jones, background vocalist. Okay, so we got some background vocalists. Some of these names I have seen in some of the other tracks. So good to know that there's other background vocals. Mostly Julian. Okay, let him cook. All right, track 7, Espresso. Let's get into this. Now, I'm thinking really critically on this song.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't
I mean, come on. Obviously, you've heard this. Like,
that's that me espresso.
I'm really looking to this with a critical lens. I've been on record before. Obviously, this channel's new, but I certainly have been live on Twitch doing other things for quite longer. I've definitely been on record in person and on stream and whatnot. I was kind of whatever on Espresso when it came out. I've warmed up to it a little bit more, actually quite a bit more, but I'm still kind of mixed on it. But that's mostly just because I feel like I constantly heard it. Like I heard it every time I went out, which isn't really a fair reason to critique a song. Just because the song is popular doesn't mean that the song is bad. So a little bit of an ignorant moment on my behalf. So I'm trying to kind of push that to the wayside and really try to judge this for what this is. Again, got the headphones on, so a little bit more details, but just want to note that just from the jump.
I can't relate.
But to start the song right from the chorus,
Might give a fucks. Our own
obviously it's going to be a smash hit.
And I got this one boy, and he won't stop calling when they act this way. I know I got him. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and not perfume for you.
Yeah, this song is like, however you feel about this song, I'm gonna be so real. Like, whether you are annoyed at the song because you've heard it so much or whatnot, you cannot say that, like, there's so many parts of the song that are quotable. I feel like some popular songs, you can kind of hear, it's like the producers, they cooked on the chorus and they're like, okay, we got to make up some sort of BS verse and the verse is going to be really short. And it's like, how do we get back to the chorus again, right? It's like the chorus slaps, the verse slaps, the pre-chorus, the bridge, whatever. Like every little section of the song is like so quotable. So at the very least, you got to give them credit for that. Yeah, like the counter melody here is fantastic. What's going on, Lou?
Is it that sweet? I guess so. I'm working late, 'cause
I'm a singer. Like,
oh, we look so cute.
wrap around my finger.
My twisted humor, make him laugh so often. My honeybee, come and get this pollen.
Great line. Great line. Oh, I like that the bass kind of kicked out here to kind of lead into this build here. To make it hit a little bit harder on this final chorus pass. What are you doing, bud? Vocals, okay. And of course, ending the song how it started, with just kind of a little bit of a filter fade out type thing. Yeah, Jesus was a carpenter. That's crazy. That's bars. Yeah, I know I kind of led with this song saying how I kind of felt about it historically, but kind of listening to this with the lens of, under a microscope, it's kind of hard to not like this song. I feel like I kind of debunked to myself kind of why this song popped and why it's a great song. Like, I feel like at the very least, if you're like, oh, pop music, it's playing too much, whatever, that's one thing. That's kind of a you issue, I suppose. But like, it has every sort of making of a great pop song. Like, another thing that's fantastic about the song, like, they loop the chorus at the end twice. Like, I feel like probably like if I get like a percentage counter, I feel like probably 50% of the song is just the chorus, which is crazy because some of these verses are so notable, as previously mentioned. But like, this is a song that they knew what they had and they got the most leverage out of it. And it's still kind of a full song. It's still at just barely under 3 minutes. It's 2:55. I feel like a lot of these like newer popular tracks, like I previously mentioned, that like really are just kind of a chorus with just kind of a baggage around it. Typically, they're like really quick songs and there's no song to it. Like, this feels like a full song, so it doesn't feel like they half-assed this. So at the very least, I'm really trying to make every like excuse for someone who doesn't like this song, but like it's really hard to when you like this song is like meticulously crafted for perfection. So yeah, she cooked. She absolutely cooked. That's all there is to it. So all right, I'm gonna keep rolling. A little bit unfamiliar territory once again. I don't think I know Dumb Poetic, Slim Pickins, Lie to the Girls. Again, I might know Juno. Apparently I have. Maybe I've listened to Don't Smile once in my life, but I probably don't remember it. So let's get into track 8, Dumb and Poetic. Ba-bam.
You're so dumb and poetic. It's just what
is this the ballad I was anticipating?
Like
John Ray and Rob Moose. Interesting.
Every self-help book you've already read it.
Okay.
Cherry pick lines like they're words you invented. Gold star for highbrow manipulation. Is your favorite quotation? Try to come up like you're soft and well spoken. Jack off to lyrics by Leonard Cohen. Don't think you understand. Just cause you talk like one doesn't make you man.
Okay. Incredible. I hope we stay in this pocket. If it does some drum thing to kind of, fulfill the pop obligation, whatever. But I think this more somber vibe we're getting here, I'm loving this. Like, this is... Sabrina's writing has been really fantastic. I think just the tone of her writing is really something that a lot of people can relate to. I feel like that's a really big characteristic of not just her music, but also what people find relatable in it. And I think kind of touching upon some of these things, but like, I don't know, it's obviously songs have been written about guys who are boys, essentially, that's not like an unknown musical topic, but just the way she's writing about it, kind of with more modern aesthetics as well, I think is kind of the nuanced difference there and what kind of sets her apart. And I'm loving this. So no, she has other music, tons of albums, so she has more stuff like this. She's cooking right now. I want more like this. This is awesome. As much as the pop stuff is sweet, distilled down to the finest pop form, this is awesome.
You're so sad, there's no communication. But baby, you put us in this situation. You're running so fast from the hearts that you're breaking. Save all your breath for your floor meditation. You're so empathetic, you'd make a great wife. And I promise the mushrooms aren't changing your life.
This is bars.
You crashed the car and abandoned the wreckage. Fuck with my head like it's some kind of fetish. Don't think you
wow.
understand.
Wow, that string swell too?
Like one doesn't make you a man. Don't think you
Okay. Hearing the run right there?
Just cause you leave like one doesn't make you a man.
Or she's talking about the type of guy that reads like the laws of power or whatever that damn book is, or how to influence people type man. Yeah, that was great. Touching on toxic masculinity, not even really toxic masculinity, but I feel like maybe, I don't know, what's the correct term here that I'm looking for? Maybe that's it. But I feel like there's a little bit more of a nuanced terminology for this type of guy. The fact that Sean had a Leonard Cohen cover on his next album, She's Funny. Okay, what's the lore there? So this might be crazy. I don't know. I don't know the dynamic. So from you mentioning Shawn Mendes twice, did they like date or something? Or like have some sort of like run-in with each other? I don't know the lore there. Please fill me in or link me a video or something. So this is seemingly about him. Okay, interesting. So it is about someone specifically, but obviously he's type of guy. Which again, this type of guy is not exclusive to seemingly Sean here. Obviously it's quite the horrible archetype of just a guy in general. But yeah, I feel like everyone's probably come in contact, maybe not on an emotional relationship level like Sabrina has here, but has come in contact with someone like this. So I think the song, just from that lens, is also really relatable as well. So yeah, I'm loving this singer-songwriter kind of version of Sabrina here. That song was probably maybe even like top 3 for me. That song was great. All right, let's get into track 9. Let's keep rolling. Slim Pickins, track 9. Ooh. Whoa, okay. We're really picking up the country roots here. Jack Antonoff again. Slide guitar, double bass. Okay, interesting.
Guess I'll end this life alone.
Okay, I already see where this is going.
I am not dramatic, these are just the thoughts that pass right through me. All the douchebags in my phone, playing like a slot machine. If they're winning, I'm just losing.
If they're winning, I'm just losing. Wow, that's a great line.
Jacked and kind, can't find his ass to save my life. Oh, it's slim pickings. If I can't have the one I love, I guess it's you that I'll be kissing.
Wow.
Just to get my fixins. Since the good ones are deceased or
great
taken,
chords.
I'll just keep on moaning and bitching.
Okay, I'm doing a quick pause here. Guy listens to like 2-3 Taylor Swift albums, so every sort of reference of the female condition or what their experience is, or kind of Guy's interpretation of them is in relation to Taylor Swift. But I don't know. I feel like every reaction I've done so far has been a female artist, and I've been really... What am I kind of looking here? I don't know. This is not her saying that she's moaning and bitching. This is a take that guys are thinking that women are doing that when they're just putting up with guy behavior, right? And the reason I mentioned Taylor, obviously you listen to Phoebe, you know, like we listen to a whole lot of artists, right? And they kind of talk about this dynamic, and I just think it's kind of bullshit that this is kind of not just a one artist, one-off thing. That this is kind of a unfortunately relatable occurrence here. But I don't know. I think it's interesting that it's not just her saying that. This is just, I think it's just kind of important to mention. Just kind of guys not getting checked, saying things, and we should do that more. So,
Jesus, what's a girl to do? This boy doesn't even know the difference between there and they are.
Nice.
Yet he's naked in my room, missing all the things he's missing. God knows that he isn't living large. A boy who's nice,
I like this instrumental pickup here.
Breathes, I swear he's nowhere to be seen.
A boy who's nice that breathes.
It's slim pickings. If I can't have the one I love, I guess it's you that I'll be kissing. Just to get my fixins. Since the good ones are deceased or taken, I'll just keep on moaning and bitching. Moaning and bitching.
I just read ahead.
The good ones call their exes wasted. And since the Lord forgot my gay awakening, then I'll just be here in the kitchen, serving up some moaning and bitching.
Guy perpetuates stereotypes, being in the kitchen. I like that twist there, but we gotta love a bisexual queen here. Grinder. Why do you keep saying Grinder? Fun fact, she sampled a Grinder notification after she says gay. Wait, hang on.
And since the Lord forgot my gay awakening.
Nice. Yeah, that was a great song. I didn't really talk about it. I feel like I had a little bit of a pause. Really love this one as well. I love that it kind of kept things more subdued as well, like Dumb and Poetic. Sure, it had drums. Sure, it kind of picked up a little bit more production front, but or on the production front, but still kind of kept things peeled back a little bit, and I'm really liking this more stripped back Sabrina sound. I mean, this kind of over compressed pop sound is sometimes it bangs, but I'm really liking this a little bit more, especially with her candid delivery. I think this one feels more relatable than some of the more poppy songs. I don't know, maybe just me preference thing. But let's get into track 10, Juno. Again, maybe I know this one, maybe I don't. That seems to be the story of this album. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you just get it.
I love the way these drums are driving with the bass.
Babe, I like the way you fit. God bless your dad's genetics.
That's right. Yes, I know the song. Okay.
Oh, I hear you knocking, baby. Come on up.
Okay, who produced this one? John Ryan, okay. John and Julian cooking once again. Very the spins driving drums here. Okay, hang on. Run these lyrics back here. Hang on real quick. Nice run. On the high too. Nice little playing with the... Whoa, hard cut there too. Thinking about you,
Have you ever tried this one?
Is that the part where the TikTok live performance thing happens? Wow, this is like so juiced up in the mix. Like it's so hot coming through the speakers right now. Okay, look at this little halftime bridge thing. All right, Sabrina, all right. This feels like so, I mean, I think the first portion of this album was definitely so throwback, but this is like, could not spell it out anymore if they tried. Yeah. Ooh, like that little drum fill there too. Nice. Wow. Yeah, that's another one. I don't know if you saw me glancing over at the Genius kind of intro thing that we read off. I just wanted to kind of double check to see if that was a single or not, just kind of make me remember. I feel like so many of these songs, like, they probably had a hard time choosing the single, because I feel like there's like 7 singles or could have been singles on this album. I feel like this makes sense that the song popped. I'm kind of curious if the song popped first and then her, you know, the TikTok thing happened, or the TikTok thing is because it is the reason why it popped. I don't know. Be curious to know, but yeah, I would have believed that would have been another single. Just the way that song drove, like the driving, just bass and drums, and just kind of getting back into what she's talking about. Like there's no time for kind of breathing. Yeah, I would have figured that it would have been another single. So, all right, we got 2 more tracks. Track 11, Lie the Girls. Okay, well, this guy seemingly, or guys seemingly still continue not to learn, but that's all right. And then we got track 12, Don't Smile, which I don't know who that's in reference to. So, track 11. Ooh.
Don't swear on your mom.
It's a cool little reverse thing. Jack Antonoff, okay.
You've had in like a month. No, don't say you was just
Don't swear on your mom. That's the first.
Nice. Incident that happened once. There's no need to pretend. I've never seen an ugly truth that I can't bend. There's something that looks better. I'm stupid,
Great
but
chords.
I'm clever.
And great
Yeah,
resolutions,
I
too.
can make a shit show look a whole lot like forever and ever. You don't have to lie to
Wow.
girls. If they like you, they'll just lie to themselves. Like you, they'll just lie to themselves.
Like you, they'll just lie to themselves. Wow.
Don't have to lie to girls. If they like you, they'll just
Harmonies?
lie to themselves. Don't I know it better than anyone else? All of your best excuses.
Whoa.
They don't stand a chance against all the chances.
I would have
give
never
you.
expected this
Isn't
drum beat.
ideal, but damn, you don't even have to try. Turn you into a good guy. You don't have to lift a finger. It's lucky for you. I'm just like my mother and my sister. All my friends. Girl outside the strip club getting her tarot cards read. We love to read the cold hard facts and swear they're incorrect. We love to mistake butterflies for cardiac.
Nice.
Whoa.
Jack with this little experimental little synth blips going on here. Happened in my right ear there for a brief moment. Synth bass rising. Ooh. Bridge. Artist outro. Nice. Nice build here. Whoa, that cut. Okay, was that my headphones? It's so interesting to leave that like digital clipping in the right ear there. It sounds like someone's like unplugging like a guitar or something while like the knob is still turned up, or like a microphone or something. I love that kind of effect at the end with like kind of like the microphone like unplugging. It feels like really kind of like a mic drop type moment with Sabrina said what she needed to say. She kind of ripped the cord and walked away. You know, she can lay it out to this guy. I just love the phrasing of the writing of this song. Again, another one that I'm glad stayed in the slower pocket. Another one, probably another one of my favorites here. Just because of that. I think she's really excelling in these kind of slower down moments. You don't have to lie to girls. If they like you, they'll just lie to themselves. Like you, they'll just lie to themselves. I love just that spin there of just, it's like, I'm really overcomplicating this. This is like a realize type thing, but I don't know. I just love kind of the small nuance on each kind of passage of going back, kind of on this writing. I don't know. I think it's really tight writing here. Yeah, another favorite. That's kind of crazy. That's the lowest stream song. I mean, I can understand it's not as catchy potentially as some of the other songs, but 130 million is a lot. But I think we can kind of do better. All right. Final track, Don't Smile, last track on this album. How are we going to close things out here? Starting with the homies, ending with the homies, Julian and John, and Sabrina, of course. Track 12, Don't Smile. Whoa, piano. Whoa. Okay, we're kind of getting like that R&B-ish tone that we've gotten a couple times throughout this album, but really more slowed down. I really love this. Feels like the show's over. Pack it up, guys.
Don't smile because it happened, baby. Cry because it's over.
Cry because it's over? Okay.
You're supposed to think
I guess that sentiment is in this song too.
My heart is heavy now. It's like 100 pounds. It's falling faster than the way you love to shut me down. I think I need a shower. My friends are taking shots. You think it's happy hour. For me
Yeah, I feel like I haven't said too much. I'm really just kind of taking in the vibe here. I mean, don't smile because it happened. I don't know why I got tripped up on that. Don't cry because it happened. Smile because it's over. That's not the quote. Don't smile because it happened. Who originally said that? Wasn't that like a Dr. Seuss thing? What's the original quote? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. She's saying don't smile because it happened. Cry because it's over. Okay. You're supposed to be thinking about me every time you hold her. You know, kind of like a longing track. Got it. Okay. I don't know why I had to read that out loud because I just got so caught up in the vibe. I'm going to be so real. So I know I mentioned kind of like the bar closing, you know, closing time-esque vibe kind of going on here, but I like that kind of getting that in the, not just in the vibe, but also in the songwriting too. So, all right, let's continue here. Okay. Okay, Sabrina. Barring out right now. I love that harmony there. Vocals. Come on, I need the production to kind of pick up here just to kind of close us out. Come on, we gotta. There we go. Let's ride in the sunset here. I don't know what her set list is. I feel like she would play this song as like a closer song and then in a true fade out too, then the album. I feel like this is the type of song that an artist would play when they're like as their closing song. Then everyone, you know, sad moment, you know, the artist leaves and then they come back and play Espresso. You know what I'm saying? Like encore, the audience goes. I feel like this is that kind of song. Yeah, a pretty nuanced song. I think it was pretty chill for the most part. I really like that she kind of repeated this passage. I feel like a lot of this song is that quote, that kind of chorus section. Don't smile because it's happened. Baby cry because it's over. I feel like that was said a lot of this song, but I think that's kind of the thing with kind of a slower track. But yeah, just a heavy vibe. I just like the vibe that she closed out in this. Honestly, even if this was, I don't think this song really needed kind of crazy writing. I feel like if the last song was the mic drop and she said what she needed to say, this song was kind of like all right, let's just kind of ride this one out. So. All right, short and sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. I think I said what I need to say pretty much for the most part on this album, but for an album that I seemingly have heard a fair share of the songs to already, I think, again, this was kind of an oops all bangers album. Kind of hard to pick a favorite when every song sounds like a single and every single sounds fantastic. So, but if I had to pick favorites, I'd probably say Good Graces. Honestly, okay, I think Please 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 is fantastic. Hot takes here, potentially. Out of like the poppy songs, I think Please 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 is better than Espresso. But out of the poppy songs, I kind of like her R&B bag a little bit more. I think Good Graces and like Bed Chem and even this song, Don't Smile, I think are bangers. But even more than that, I really love her more stripped back stuff. You know, I kind of said on the fence was about the presentation of Coincidence, but I think the songwriting of Coincidence was really great. I think the Poetic was incredible. I thought some Pickins was incredible. So I think some of those more slower, just kind of singer-songwriter tracks were really great. So Don't Smile is the closer on tour and Espresso is the encore. There's no way. Okay, I swear I did not know that prior. It just had that vibe. It didn't even have to be Espresso as the encore, but like, come on, like, there's no way you're going into a Sabrina Carpenter show and she's not going to perform Espresso. So like, if you're thinking that this is going to be the closer, like, girl, where are you going? Get back on stage. You gotta perform Espresso. But yeah, great album. I don't really got a whole lot to say. So now I'm gonna kind of pass the torch over to you guys as kind of a suggestion for what to do next for Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like I probably will do Man's Best Friend at some point, just because another popular Sabrina Carpenter album. But what about some of these older stuff? I'm kind of curious what kind of genre bag we're gonna get in Man's Best Friend, but I'm kind of curious if she touches some of those other kind of sounds that I was kind of liking with the R&B and kind of the more singer-songwriter stuff in some of these other albums. So let me know. I'd be down to check them out in the future, but otherwise, are any other albums other than Sabrina Carpenter, I'm all ears. But thanks for watching. Again, reaction is going to be unedited on Patreon. Unfortunately, this reaction is kind of long as hell because we've been doing a whole lot of yapping, but if you want this uncut, you can check that out. Or if you want to check this live and you don't want to pay for the Patreon, we do that live on Twitch as well. So quick plug out of the way. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't have to do any of that other stuff. Just watching, you can get to this point is more than enough. And I appreciate it. So thank you. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for being here. See you guys later. Peace.